Man must not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119:105. Your word is sweeter than honey dripping from a honeycomb. Psalm 19:10. We reckon that meeting God in His Word is one of the joys and privileges of being His people. To see kids, couples, individuals, families, and groups of people regularly enjoying God through His Word and prayer is something we'd love to see happening all over Trinity Church Golden Grove. These are in fact two of the inputs into the Christian life that the Holy Spirit delights to use to move us closer to Jesus, further from sin, into greater joy and maturity, and injecting us with confidence to influence people towards the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so as we begin the new year, here's how some of us are doing this. And think of this as an encouragement to all of us to make it our resolve in 2023 to form good habits to the glory of God for a lifetime of following Jesus.
G'day, Geoff and Heather here, and so we just thought we would share some of our experiences in both prayer and reading the Bible. Firstly, one thing that we've been doing more recently than anything else has been listening to podcasts, Christian podcasts. We find them really useful. So the reason we do that is because it's easy. You don't have to think. And early in the morning when the coffee's on and before we've woken up properly, to listen to a podcast is really quite useful.
Yes, we enjoy it.
Sorry?
We enjoy it.
We enjoy it, yeah.
So,
And
for my Bible reading, I'm doing at the moment going through Psalms. I don't really want a commentary. I do something where I take my coloured pens and paper and I like to have questions, those sort of leading questions, and I write answers. And as long as I'm working, not just reading, I find I focus more and I learn more. But Geoff does it differently.
Yeah, so I've bought myself a devotional. Reason, it gives me a plan. I find it useful, but also I find it really quite encouraging to read what other people have thought about verses in the Bible and what they've got out of them, because it's often different to what I would get out of it. So I enjoy going through a devotional. The other thing I find really useful is to look at different versions of the Bible, because often just a different word that means the same thing gives a different slant on what the passage has to say. I find that really useful. The other thing I do get a lot out of is commentaries. And if I was to recommend one, I'd say Matthew Henry is certainly one of the best. It's old, but very useful.
Prayer time. I usually use the reading that I've done, and currently Psalms, to springboard me into praise and thanksgiving. And that usually leads into a time of confession as well. But for when I'm praying about other people, I get distracted very easily and I lose focus. So what I like to do is connect prayer to different tasks and activities during the day, so that I will, when I'm doing a particular activity, I will think about some particular thing and pray about that. Probably the biggest challenge we find is consistency. So our life and routines can change quite a bit. And although we, in theory, say that we embrace change and we love change, we do find that we are very slow to adjust to change. And so we then find that change is a catalyst to inconsistency. And God has to bring us back again and help us work out what we're going to do and shove us in a corner, so to speak, so that we know what we're doing and can do it. The other thing is sometimes time. That's less the problem now because there's just the two of us and we don't have children. But during the past years, time has always been a problem, and change in time together can really be difficult. So we're very thankful for the way that God has led us over the many years that we've been reading His Word, and just found it such a blessing to us.